Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Um, Thank you for those of you who have subscribed and liked the first video we did, which was really a test video. Um, just wanted to get to grips with recording. Still have quite a ways to go to learn about making videos, but at least it's a start. So guys, today we're going to do a little demonstration of some changes that we have made to the Kverneland Tower Up Mower, which you can see here in front of you. We've made a couple of improvements which are not released yet, but will be released in the coming weeks, hopefully days, for PC and console. So guys, you can also see here we have a nice Fendt 700 series tractor. This tractor is pretty heavily edited. It has a simple IC, it has the bail command module, which you can see in front of you. It also has custom engine sounds, which are really nice. Unfortunately, this model, guys, we cannot release because we do not own the rights to the model. And also the scripts that are used on it are also not belonging to us, although we do have permission to use those scripts and release them. But the original model is not ours. So guys, what we're going to do today, just to demonstrate the new changes to the Kverneland Moor, we're going to head down to a field here on the map that I play, which is Greenwich Valley, by Greenvale, as I mentioned in the previous video. Just be careful here getting out onto the road so we don't crash into a car, because the cars in Farming Simulator are really unforgiving. So guys, yeah, let's talk a little bit about the changes to the mower, which you can see. When we get to the field, I'll demonstrate some of these changes, but we have made a number of improvements. One being all new textures, so the textures are dramatically improved. We also have made a addition of the simple IC to the machine, so you can now activate the machine functions from outside the cab. So when you walk up to it, you'll be presented with a red X, and you press that and the animation will occur. So you can unfold the side skirts and you can fold the stand from outside the machine, which is a really nice change. A couple other things we've done. We've made a couple of changes to the physics to improve the physics of the mower. So you'll see when we get to the field, we'll demonstrate it, that the grass now bends in front of the mower as it should, just as it comes in underneath the front skirt. So that is a nice change. It was actually pointed out by a friend of mine who's a part of the Air Agri crew. So just a shout out to Seamus for pointing out the fact that the grass wasn't bending. So now we've corrected that. Also, guys, a couple other things in the shop. One of the other members of the Air Agri crew mentioned that it would be nice to have the side skirts as an option in the shop. So that has now been added, so we'll give you a little demonstration of that later on, but you can add them or remove them in the shop with this version of the mower. Just checking for traffic that we don't run into a car going by. As I said, the traffic is unforgiving here in this game. So yeah, we're going to head up to the field. We're going to mow a field of turf cut silage. It has got slurry a couple of weeks ago, but the yield has been pretty poor, I would say. We are playing pretty realistically. I like to play the game realistically with seasons. We're in midsummer. We have all our first and second cut silage done, and now we're getting ready, just mowing a bit of third cut. Hopefully it doesn't rain. The weather forecast is looking good for the next couple of days. We also have a field of barley on the right hand side, which you can see there, which is almost ready to harvest. And this is our farm that we're doing a little bit of contract mowing on today. So yeah, this farmer here has requested us to mow a field of grass. We did mow a field in the first video, which is on this farm, and look at this. There's a tractor parked pretty much dead square in front of the way, and nobody around to, looks like nobody around to move it, so we might have to do that ourselves. So yeah, really enjoy the IC. So we did add the simple IC and the custom sounds for that to the Fendt Vario, and the engine sounds. We did not make the engine sounds, but they are really nice engine sounds. We'll be giving a shout out in the video description to those sounds. I think we already did on the Facebook page. So guys, if you have not already done so, do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Hoping to do a video potentially every week. And also guys, if you're interested the latest projects that we are doing, please head over to the Facebook page, facebook.com/4dmodding. And on that page you can keep up to date with the latest projects and releases that we're working on. So we're just about to get to the field here, guys, and then I give you a little bit of a rundown on the mower changes. It's pretty bumpy around here, so just need to slow down a little bit. And you can see here there's a field we mowed in the very first video. So yeah, and it did rain on that after we mowed it, so I haven't had good luck with the weather here on Greenwich Valley. It's been pretty wet this summer. Had quite a few days of rain in a row, so that doesn't help the situation when you're trying to get grass mowed. The hay, trying to mow hay multiple times and make hay, and hasn't worked out, so we'll have to buy a hay this year, unfortunately, unless maybe late summer we get a couple of fields of hay. But here's what we're going to mow today. So let's get into the field here. Hopefully we can get into the field without doing any damage to our mower, and yeah, we can get started then doing the headlands. So yeah, this is a tight entrance here. This should be fine. We'll just get into the field, and then we can get the mower unfolded and give you guys a little demonstration on some of the improvements that have been made. I just want to close the gate first, so we when we come back around we don't run into it with the tractor, even though I don't think we'll be going that close. But still, okay, get the gate closed. It wouldn't be nice to crash into somebody's gate. Okay, so guys, you can kind of see the texture quality. It's much improved. It may be difficult to see in the video, but the mod is uploaded to the Giants Modhub for release on PC and console with these changes. So hopefully within, as I said, a couple of days or weeks it'll be released. So let's get going. So if you can see here, we'll demonstrate some of the IC. Yeah, but you can see the textures. Everything except the belt. We haven't changed the belt. That's remained the same, but all the other textures have been improved. Also the skirt texture hasn't changed. Yeah, but the main body textures have all improved nicely. A much nicer shine, much smoother texture. You can see the sun reflecting now, and much nicer texture quality. So I'm very happy with that. On the IC side, we did add IC to the skirts, so now you can fold down the skirts, and also custom sounds. So the custom sounds are added, so you can see when it unfolds. I will stop talking for the next one, so you can hear it. So yeah, guys, that's also the stand itself. The stand has also got IC, so you can fold and unfold the stand now from outside the tractor, and it'll go down when you just before you unhitch it. You would definitely be advised to do that, otherwise your mower will wind up from the ground. But in reality you would be able to unhook it from the tractor. So let's get started here. Also, guys, made some nice improvements to the sounds. So the sounds, as I played with this mod, I wasn't super happy with the sounds. Just the actual work sound had a break point after a certain period of time, and that was I found that a little bit annoying. So that now is smoothed out, and the sound really is continuous. It's a proper Kverneland mower sound, but it is a continuous sound, which you'll notice when we're running here. It doesn't have any choppiness in the middle, or after a period of time it doesn't kind of almost sound like it's starting again. So yeah, that was a nice improvement to the mod. A couple other things which you will notice when we get going here is the effects. So we have modeled and implemented new grass effects to basically show the grass coming out of the mower, both for the main mower and also for the all swatter. I wasn't happy with the effects and how the grass was coming off the auto swatter, so that got a new effect mesh now, and it looks a lot better. We'll give you a demonstration of that here. The sound also has been synced up with the animation better from the previous version of the mower. So on the previous version, as the mower was switched off, the animation I found was basically stopping before the sound, so now that has been improved. So the sounds are much improved from the previous version. I know it's only a minor thing, but you know, it makes a difference. So now, guys, I guess you can see the effect mesh underneath. So the effect now throws the grass up, I guess, from the conditioner to the bottom side of the mower in a kind of a semicircle, and then out the back. So we have a nice new effect mesh, which is close to real life, which I've wanted to do for quite some time. Just really didn't have the time to do it, and but now we've gotten around to doing it, and it's a nice improvement. I know some of the Giants models have some really nice effect meshes, and wanted to do similar here. So we'll also demonstrate when we get around after this first pass. We'll demonstrate the effect mesh on the auto swatter. So none of the controls have changed. The auto swatter and the basic functions have remained the same, and just some nice improvements overall. So it really finishes the mod well, and yeah, hopefully everybody enjoys it. It is quite a popular model, and I know we had quite a number of downloads so far in the Giants Modhub. So guys, yeah, it's been a very busy couple of weeks getting mods up onto the Giants Modhub. So just to give you an update, we have uploaded the Lizard, which is a Brahan 3-axle silage and grain trailer. It has to go to console or to the consoles as Lizard, just because Giants don't have the license, and unfortunately we do have permission for Brahan, but Giants confirmed that they have to get the official license themselves. So we did request that, but I don't know, I guess they're very busy with so many things that they're working on. It's a busy company. Here, guys, you can see the grass is now bending underneath the mower just before it enters the cutting discs. So you can see it's much nice improvements, thanks to Seamus. So yeah, it's an improvement over the previous one. I don't know how we missed that actually. It seems very obvious, but it was missed. So now it's corrected. So now, guys, I'm going to give you a demonstration here on the auto swatter. So the new effect mesh on the auto swatter, it looks much nicer, much more seamless than the previous one. So you'll see that the grass comes off much nicer now. So we can get going here. So now you'll see there's a full, pretty much I'll just stop and go back a little bit so you can see. So you can see pretty much a full grass flow all the way along without interruption onto the swat. We also changed the height slightly so that the grass is closer to the swat as it comes off the end of the auto swatter. But yeah, you can see there a much nicer mesh. We have the new curve mesh underneath the conditioner, and we also have the new effect mesh for the auto swatter. So some really nice improvements there. I think looks much more visually appealing if you're playing with the mod. So yeah, that's some nice improvements. So getting back then to the mods on Modhub, yeah, so Giants have to get the license, and it's not something we can do. We can request it. We have requested it for the Keenan and for the Brahan, but I really am not sure if the guys are going to get it. I unfortunately have no control over that, but hope you guys understand that. If I could, I would bring everything in as a fully branded product to the Giants Modhub for consoles and PC, but unfortunately you don't have the power right now to do that. We have to rely on Giants to help us out with that one. So another mod I guess we've uploaded, guys, as you may have seen on the Facebook page, is the Krona prefab. It's effectively a bale terminal like you see here, and it's in the Krona design. We did include a very detailed description. Guys, I'm just going to get out here and just demonstrate one thing while we're here. You can now fold up the side skirt and still operate, so it doesn't have to be in the folded position. Some farmers do run the mower with the skirts unfolded, and some run with them folded. I've seen both on the internet on videos, and you can also run it without them. So they're all possible options now with this version. But yeah, getting back then to the Krona prefab, we have the bale terminal, which has a display for the HUD fill level and the total bale count for the baler and the current bale count. So that really is intended to work with the add-on straw harvest, so you do need to have that active. As I said, we do include a very detailed description of how you implement that into a tractor. It contains the textures, the model, and it contains the XML and the script to make that work. And I want to say a big thank you and shout out to the Farming Agency, which I am a member of. And the Farming Agency, many of you may be aware that they created the Maize Plus add-on and multiple other add-ons for Maize Plus, the CCM, and the guys there created the script for the bale console, which you see on the right, which displays those bale count, fill level, and total bale count. And that, as I mentioned, you need to have the straw harvest add-on active to use that. But big thank you to the guys for creating the mod. It's something that adds a lot of realism to the game. Unfortunately, guys, it can only go as far as I'm aware to PC, but we will check that with Giants. It may be possible for the mod to come on console. I will check that out and let you guys know. And if possible, we really don't mod tractors, but so you can see here, guys, we're demonstrating the mower in the shop. So you can see now you can have it with the skirts off, so they don't have to be installed anymore. Just taking a sidetrack from the mowing. You can have the side skirts off with the auto swatter, which is nice, or you can have them installed. So, and you can still have the same color configurations. You can have the Kverneland and Tarp configuration. So the Tarp and Kverneland decals can be activated. Bunch of different tire options, but yeah, you can have the Tarp red and the Tarp yellow, or you can have the Kverneland red and the Kverneland green with the silver rims, which is the typical design. So that's pretty much the changes, guys, we've made to the mower. I hope you guys enjoy it when it comes out. We will wait until it comes out for release on the Giants Modhub. It won't be released early on the PC on the Facebook page, just because it's only going to take a couple of days, and I want to really check with Giants that everything is working before I release it, with the changes we made for the IC and for the physics changes mainly. So it is good for Giants to test that and confirm everything is good before we release it. So guys, another project I wanted to talk to you about is the bale wrapper. So the bale wrapper, we are pushing to get that released on PC and console on the Giants Modhub as a Lizard brand for consoles. Unfortunately, as I said earlier, we can't do a McHale brand. I wish we could, but unfortunately we can't. So we will be getting that released very shortly on the Giants Modhub. And actually, I'm not sure if everybody's aware, but we did add a Vermeer configuration. Now, from doing a bit of research, it looks like Vermeer is owned by a company which the Giants have the license for. But again, I need to check that out with Giants. We'll upload it and see what happens. If they can approve the use of Vermeer for the American community, I think that would be great on the wrapper. If not, it'll be Lizard, but the Vermeer colors and decals, with the exception of the actual logos and name, will be on the mod, and the color branding, the yellow and the grey, the dark grey, will also be there. So hopefully that mod will be released in the coming weeks for PC and console. Another project, guys, I wanted to talk to you about, which you may have seen on the Facebook page, and I've had lots of views and comments on the pictures, is the Heston 4x4 square baler. So that's a new project we're working on, very detailed, something I've wanted to do for a long time, but haven't had the chance. But now, you know, we got started on the model, made a lot of progress. Originally was hoping to make that for the mod contest for FS19, but really just didn't have the time to do the model, and didn't really want to rush it in case, you know, it came out bad, because it's a machine that I wanted to make for Farming Simulator for a long time, and now we're going to spend the time and make a proper model, proper textures, and hopefully have everything animated. And we will also plan to, or we do also plan to have the bale accumulator with that, so that you can put 3 bales together or 2 bales together or 1, depending on what you want to do, and that'll be a shop add-on for the baler. A lot of people have asked me about the beta. What configurations is it going to have? So maybe I can just give some clarity to that here while we're mowing the grass. We are hoping to basically have every configuration that's been made of the machine of that variant, right? So that's an older variant of the beta. So the Heston 4900, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but the company was originally called Hayen Forge Industries from the research I've done on the beta, and they originally created that beta, and then it became Heston, right? And now Heston are part of AGCO. But the beta has many different varieties and models. It was originally a 4900 Heston. It's also been a New Holland BB 980 and a Massey Ferguson 190, a Case 8950 or 8910, I can't recall exactly. It's also been a Challenger, and I guess the major difference is the decals and the color, and also on the newer version of the beta it has some extras, right? So it has a new gearbox design, a new flywheel design, new guardrail assembly at the top, and some changes to the pickup as well, and we've modeled all of those, so it should be possible when the machine is in game to purchase all the different configurations in the shop. That is definitely the plan. In terms of console release, I'm not sure how it'll work out. It's going to be a highly detailed model. It might be possible to bring the poly count down just to make sure we can achieve a release on console, but a lot of the scripts and things that I intend to use for the beta probably won't be able to go on console, but I'd imagine the basic machine should be fully animated and will have the different configurations. Now, as I said, licensing is a challenge. Heston shouldn't be a problem because it's owned by AGCO, and AGCO is already in the game. New Holland isn't a problem, and Massey Ferguson isn't a problem. So overall, hopefully everything should be good, and we won't have to do any lizard branding. It should come as the original brand. When is it going to be done is anybody's guess. It's going to take a number of weeks to finish the model, the 3D model, get the textures done, create all of the XML and the animations, etc., and the configurations. I'm going to hopefully need help from some other folks to get that mod finished, and I have reached out to one or two people to help out, and hopefully when the time comes they will support and to help getting the model finished. But I guess, guys, this is the second video we've done for YouTube, and just wanted to really say a little bit more than I said in the last video and give you an update on where we are. If you haven't already done so, please hit the like and subscribe button, and head over to the Facebook page and hit a like and follow over there if you like what we're doing and like the mods that we're creating for the game. A lot of new projects that we will be planning to do after the beta is done. I know a lot of you have seen we're working on a map. We'll get back to the map in the coming weeks and months, but we do have other mods that we want to bring out for the game. I'm not going to mention them now. We will announce them when the time is right, and we've made progress on them. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this discussion. We will hope to release some more videos, possibly one a week, as I mentioned. Probably will time-lapse the last of this video, mowing this field. Really hope you enjoy the update on the Kverneland mower. Shout out to the Air Agri crew. If you would like to play Euro Truck Simulator with myself, you can join the Air Agri crew, airagri.net. We will put a link in the video description. And there we play Euro Truck Simulator and also Farming Simulator as well, with the group of guys. Also a shout out to the farming agency, as I mentioned earlier, for the help with the script on the Kona Bale terminal, and shout out to Green Bale for this map, which is Greenwich Valley. It's a map I play on very frequently, and it's a very nice, well-rounded map, guys, and it's available on the Giants Modhub, although he is bringing a new map, the Northern Coast, which will be coming soon. It looked like from today it was in the testing queue. But for now, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you again in the next one. Bye for now.